And the pitch. There goes the runner to second. The pitch sent to center field. Lee going back. He's racing back. Can't get to the ball. It drops in just shy of the track.
It's the Jersey Baseball Show. We welcome you today as we talk JUCO root baseball a little bit. We're fortunate enough to get out to a lot of places this fall, probably 24 schools, and we've got two of the best that we've seen here. Two guys playing at CCM, County College of Morris, who have excelled through their career, who are ready to make the jump to the next level and looking for their next homes. And I would say, coaches, anybody watching this, certainly get on these guys because they are legit players. We've got Christian Maceda, who is outfielder, played last year at UMBC, hit 5 bombs and about 50 at-bats. He's runs a 6'4", 60, can catch pretty much anything. You don't need 3 outfielders if Christian's one of them. We got Stephen Nitch behind the plate, throwing close to 90 from the catcher's position down to second, sub-2 on the pop time. Also throws 90 plus on the mound. And welcome, guys. Good to see you.
What's up? Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Let's talk your journeys first. I got the chance to come up and see you guys in person. We got for Scout Day. We got to find a way to make CCM a little bit closer, a little shorter ride for me. We'll get there a little bit more or just play all your games at Mercer maybe this year. Stephen, we'll start with you. How you got to this point, what you're looking for, moving forward, and catching hasn't really been your primary position, I guess, for that long, right?
Well, no, actually, it has been my primary for most of my life. But like you said, I've done pretty much everything else as well. When I was younger, I played infield. I still do play a little outfield. I pitched my whole life. But catching was just something that, I always kind of loved because you're in every play. And I just love that part of the game where you're just, active in everything, the decision-making, making sure that the pitcher's all right, making sure the fielders are in the right spots. So I think that catching, for me, it kind of sticks because I feel like I have tools behind the plate that I can't carry out to, say, an outfield position. So catching's really just been what I really love to do. And it wasn't always easy, It's difficult being a catcher. It takes a lot on your body, it takes a lot on your mind, you're always thinking. So, but it's fun, when you really sit back and can really watch the game, it's fun.
Yeah, not to mention it was, let's say, crazy to see you on Scout Day because you're throwing 90 plus from the outfield, and you're throwing like almost 90 from behind the plate, and then you're out on the mound throwing 90. It's like just showing off a little bit. That's all.
No, I just want to show coaches that I'm versatile. I think at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help the team win games. Whether that be charting pitches, or am I in the outfield? Am I behind the plate? I'm just trying to be active with the whole team and just trying to win games. Because at the end of the day, at the highest levels, people like winners. And so I want to be a winner. That's the biggest thing for CCM this year. I'm hyped because I think we have a really good group of guys that love to win, and I think we're going to win a lot of games.
Yep, and I want to ask you about some of those pitchers a little bit later. I think we also know that left-handed hitting catchers kind of stand out a little bit. So I want to talk to you a little bit later also about your draft league experience over the summer last year and what you learned. But Christian, let's talk about you. Put on a little bit of weight, muscle strength-wise, since people might remember you from Proudest Catholic. Now that we're pushing 200, we're still flying in the outfield. We're still hitting bombs, or maybe that's why we're hitting so many bombs now. Kind of give us your journey from high school to here, and what we're looking for this year at CCM to get you to the next level?
Yeah, well, I believe in high school, I got overlooked a little bit because of my size. I thought I was playing well, but a lot of the guys maybe on my team were getting looked at a little more just because they were more filled out. So I made sure as I got older, I just eliminated that. I made sure that wasn't a reason to cross me off any list. So I made sure I really hammered down on the strength aspect. We had a very good strength coach at UMBC, Anthony Cockrell. And then back home here, me and Steve trained with Jared Forestieri at Strong, where a lot of the good guys in the area go to. So
The best.
Yeah.
that's our right-hand man,
Yeah.
Anything he says goes. We trust him. So
Yep.
by buying into all that, I was able to put on some weight, and I saw my numbers go up, the power and everything, and I was able to keep my speed by still training. So I think it's kind of best of both worlds now that I can lose a ball or I can steal a bag, whatever needs to be done to kind of win a game. It's great to have that. So
Definitely. What does the JUCO route mean to both of you guys as far as your career at this point? Christian, I'll ask you that one first. The chance to play here this year close to home while you're trying to figure out where you want the next step to be.
opportunities, that's what it's all about. I mean, we both had opportunities last year. We could have went somewhere, but we felt that if we took an extra year to really buy in, like we said, a big thing was honestly us playing together, just being around each other now because we're two guys that are always on each other. So just having him, so being able to be home and being with him and other guys that really want to win here at CCM, and then also, like I said, having my trainer here, it's kind of just best of both worlds with everything. So I'm able to really take my time and develop and get as good as I can, and then see where things take me next year.
And Steven, I know I've had a chance to talk to both of you guys and get an idea of what your goals really are beyond here. What's it like to have someone like Christian, push you along? Not that you wouldn't anyway. I mean, we've seen that in videos, but to have each other hold yourselves accountable.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, just from the day-to-day stuff, like the little things, like getting everything done, making sure that you're doing what you got to do. We stay on top of each other in that regard, where it's like, we keep each other accountable, call each other out when we're not doing something right. It's good to have, because sometimes, you get so caught up in your own web of things like you're doing, like you're so concerned with the actual, things you're doing, where sometimes you need that outside opinion or outside perspective where it's like, hey, you're not on top of this. I know you're doing all this right now, but you need to do this a little more, like schoolwork or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, because that's important. So, it's great. The energy is great. We always bring great vibes to the room, like positive energy, just looking to have fun. At the end of the day, it's a game. You know what I mean? Like, I fell into that trap a little bit when I was younger, where I would press when I would train to try and be perfect instead of trying to just really enjoy what I'm doing, have fun. And then you see results, start to go up when you start playing in that way, when you're starting to have fun and not, playing tight. And I think that's a big part of it, because I used to kind of beat myself up in that respect. So it's awesome having him around, having him just coming along for the journey.
It really is the little things you don't even think about. I mean, I just woke up today and like right out of bed, Steve's already talking about, oh, dude, I just made a baked potato. Like he had a baked potato sitting there waiting for me.
It's a JUCO route. We don't have the budget. We're just kind of whatever we got, we're eating. And we're trying to put on mass. Like you said, we're trying to give every scout or any person looking at us no reason not to want us. We're trying to find every check that they might have on us and just eliminate it.
Cheap carbs when you wake up. We like it.
And I had eggs with it too, and then a bunch of water right now. So like I'm just getting body ready for the day. But it's been a great fall, and the off season's been great too. So,
yeah. So what's our goal weight then? I mean, what are we now, and what are we trying to get to, or is it just let's just get as big as we can and maintain our athletic ability too?
I think my main goal weight would be about 190 to 195, because I think that's where I'm most athletic. Like I can get up to 200, 205 and all that, but I don't want to like kind of lose anything, because a big part of my game is my twitchiness, my athleticism. So I don't want to lose any of that. So I'm thinking the 190, 195 range is where I'm at, which is where I'm at right now, about 190. So if I can stay there for the season, and obviously, of course, the season is you lose weight. So I try not to even look at the scale during the season, because you're just going to beat yourself up, because you're out in the field for
it's never as good as we want.
Exactly. So, I mean, if I could stay in that range, I think a lot of good things will happen.
Yeah. For me, I'm right behind him, really. I'm like 188, 189 right now. I'm trying to get to 205, like I think that would be a good ideal weight. I know the catcher position requires a little more size, which has been, one of the things that I need to improve on. Just adding more size, more strength. But yeah, 205. If I can be a solid 12, not a chubby fat, just
Yeah.
like solid 205. Like I feel like I would be in a good position to do damage on defense and offense.
Yeah, the days of the fat catchers are gone. I mean, they're
Catchers are way more athletic nowadays. Like you see the setups, the stances, like
yeah.
stuff, and it requires a lot of mobility and a lot of athleticism. But at the same time, you look at these guys in the bigs, and they are big dudes. Like you
Oh
got
God, yeah.
yeah, they're big dudes. So it's just I always look at it just like as a respecting and like I'm like wow, he's that big, being able to get in these type of positions, like that's the type of thing I need to be able to do. So
I think you said it best earlier when our potato talk there. You got to do everything you can to be in the best position to get to get where you guys want to go. Isn't an accident. Like you don't just wake up and boom, you're there. I mean, kind of. I think people get fooled by like how easy the pros make it look.
yeah.
But you literally got to be like 120% of what you think your best is.
No, there's no excuses. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing when we talk about accountability. Like, if we're doing something, hitting, training, throwing, whatever it is, there's no excuses for it. Like, you got to get your work in, you got to get it done. If you don't, there's no excuse. Like, there's nothing you can tell me that would, be like a good excuse. Like, you just get your work in. If you don't do it, you don't do it. That's on you.
Yep.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, I've grown to believe something's either important enough to you that you get it done, or it's not, and you just make excuses, and you're sitting around a bar at age 40 saying, "Yeah, I could have done this, and I didn't."
It has to be a life-changing type of moment for you to miss like a workout or something. You know what I mean? Like it has to be something so crazy. Other than that, it's like there's no excuse. Like you're not here getting your work in, you just don't care enough. And that's the kind of message I kind of try to spread to the team a little bit. I just want to let guys know, like, hey, we're gonna get after it. We hope you do too. That's basically it.
Same way, Christian, I'm sure, right?
Yes. I think honestly at this age, the only person that's really holding you back is yourself. We've all got the talent. A lot of dudes got the talent, and there's so many dudes trying to make it out. Like if you give yourself a reason to not make it, then that's it. Because the next dude is busting his ass off. So you got to do the same thing, and
exactly.
It's only you holding yourself back.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a single player game. You know what I mean? There's no comparing. It's your life, it's your career, it's a single player game.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely. Let's talk CCM baseball for a little bit. We'll give you guys a chance to, while everybody hopefully is watching, they should be watching. Let's shout out some of your guys. What we're looking for this year. Some of the talent that the guys that you're excited to be playing with and ready to go in the spring.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play with all of them. I think that they're all dogs. Like, I feel like we really do have a group of guys. I'm not just saying this, that really get after it. The pitchers, the hitters, it don't matter. We all like pick each other's brains. There's constantly conversations going on. There's constantly guys getting after it, pushing each other. So all the dudes, Krug, Zach, Lemieux, Ben, Scanelli, all the pitchers, I know I'm missing names, but I just can't.
Don't sleep on
Espo, like, all our guys that we have, they're going to come out ready to go in the spring, which I'm really excited for because I feel like we have a little chip on our shoulder. I don't think that CCM gets the type of respect that I think we should get up here. And I feel like we're going to be a really dangerous team. So I'm just excited for the season to get here and get going. So.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to mention CCM baseball without mentioning Greg Verano. I mean, kid's been here forever. That's El Capitan. That's El Capitan. Yeah, Richie DeMayo's a salty vet. We got Jeremiah Deonta, man in the infield, running it up in shortstop. So we got dudes like Justin Severino who didn't even play last year, but he's coming. He's going to play a lot for us. We got a lot of dudes, I think, on the offensive side. I love our pitchers, but I'm an outfielder. I worry about my guys. I worry about who's hitting. And that's what I care about. As long as the pitchers are doing their job on the side, and I know Steve is paying attention to them. I know Steve's got that. I make sure our hitters are doing our thing, and I know we're gonna have a very good offense this year.
Yeah, I think that I think our pitching is gonna be good, but I think our offense is gonna be really special. Like I feel like we're gonna be the type of offense to put up maybe 4 or 5 runs average a game. Like we just have guys 1 through 9 who can just swing it. Like, and then we got guys on the bench that aren't going to be playing because that's just how deep our lineup is going to be. Or we're going to be able to go in the 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th, whenever, and pick up a pinch hitter, and they're going to lace a barrel. Like, it's a really deep lineup. Like, honestly, we have multiple dudes that could play in multiple positions, and we have about 12, 13 dudes that could start. So, like, you know, you can only play 8 of them, you know, or 9 with the DH. So I think it's just going to be really fun to see our offense go. I think it's going to be fun.
Definitely. Steven, you had an awesome experience to end last summer. You know, after finishing the ABCCL season, you got to play in the MLB Draft League for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? What was it like to kind of chill in pro locker rooms for a couple of weeks, but also be on the field? And what did you learn about your game that you were able to take into this year?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the game. I mean, like you said, it was really pro atmosphere. So you're playing every day except for Sundays you would have off. It's just a grind, you know, bus rides, 4-hour bus rides here and there. And you get a real feel for baseball. Like there's actual fans. And I'm not talking like 500. I'm talking like some nights getting up to 12,000. So, you know, that's a part of the game I never really experienced before. It was fun. I also learned a lot about how important dieting and working out is like in season because, you know, especially as a catcher, I had to maintain strength in my legs. Like I was catching 4 days in a row and back to back to back to back with no off days. And I've never done that before. So I had to learn how to a stretching routine so I can, you know, get my legs under me. I had to learn off the field, what should I be eating? What should I not be eating? What times I should be eating? That's another thing that's important is the time of when you're eating because you don't want to eat too early. You don't want to eat too late. It's kind of just that right time. A lot of off the field stuff I learned, like how to really go about playing baseball like for a long period of time. And this crazy part is I wasn't even in it like for, you know, that long of a season. It was really, you know, 3-4 weeks. So you can't imagine what 3-4 months is like, you know,
Yeah.
but I was excited for that. I needed that. I needed to learn. I needed to put myself in that situation. Did I do the best I ever have hitting? No, but I learned a lot from the hitting side as well. I learned, you know, how important it is to really be relaxed in the box, like, and just letting things go and letting the game come to you instead of trying to, you know, press and trying to, you know, manufacture things yourselves, I guess. I also learned that it's, you know, there's a lot of dudes out there that are really, really, really good, you know, so I just told myself, I was like, I am not that good. I was like, I came here and I was pretty good. Like I was okay as a catcher, defensively and stuff, but hitting wise, you know, I was behind, I'm not gonna lie. So I told myself, I just need to get better. I need to find out a way to get better. And last year, I told Maceda this. I was like, last year, I was happy to be in the draft league. I won't lie. Like, I was happy to get in there and experience it. This year, I'm planning on going back, and I'm not just happy to be there. I'm trying to be one of the best catchers in that league, you know, and hopefully that with all the training that I put in, it'll all just, you know, play on the field and use all the stuff that I learned from last summer, carry it into this spring and then next summer. And hopefully, you know, I put together a good year. That's the plan.
Definitely. Christian, your D1 experience last year, you know, successful in my mind. You probably wanted your average to be a little bit higher, but like realistically, you know, a freshman coming in hitting over 250 with 5 bombs and running like you run. I mean, that's a legit freshman year anywhere.
Thank you.
What did you learn from that experience that you know is pushing you further?
A lot of what he said. I mean, it's like the day-to-day stuff because Division I's obviously the highest level you can play at in college. So just being around that every day and being with 35 other guys that are just as good as me or better than me and going against like premier talent every week to week, it's a lot of the same stuff. You have to worry about your diet. You have to make sure you're still mobile and doing all this stuff the day-to-day and still getting on top of your class. So it was definitely difficult, but I'm so appreciative. Like I wouldn't like give it away for anything. I know I got a lot better being there, and my goal is obviously to get back there. And it was definitely a great experience.
Random question for you: if you could be D1 in any other sport, what would it be?
Football, 100% football.
Basketball.
You see the fans of the football games? Come on.
You see the basketball games?
Come on.
Plus, we already established that Steven's low key a stud basketball player.
He's LeBron James now.
I am not. You gotta
Did
come
you
see
hit it? You were a starter in high school, did you hit 1,000 points or anything like that?
No, no, I did not. I took my sophomore year off actually to focus on baseball.
I think he had
So I
100.
played my sophomore year.
He might have had 100.
I wish I didn't though. I wish I did not. I wish I took it off.
Answer this one for the other person because you know each other pretty well. We'll see what we get out of this. If everyday activities were Olympic sports, right? What would Steven be getting a gold medal in? Steven, what would Christian be getting a gold medal in?
I got Christian first. This kid kills deadlifts like it's nothing. Like it is an Olympic sport, but like if he trained actually to be a deadlifter, he probably could be. Like he'll hop in the gym and just put up like 4 or 5 plates and then start just picking it up off the ground like it's nothing. I'm just looking at him like, yo, what the? I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But probably the deadlifts. He just got a crazy strength, like freak strength. It's actually wild. So I think the deadlifting.
Other than taking care of your eating habits with breakfast in the morning, what's he excelling in?
I think, well, I mean, he's got the golden arm. So I think this kid would be doing like shot put, or he'd probably be a boxer or something. But honestly, if there was anything, just looking at him, just knowing him, if there was an Olympic sport, it would be talking. Steve loves to talk. I think Steve would be the great gold medal every year for talking.
I can't lie. I do talk a lot, but that's just who I am. I can't change it. I could try and pipe down a little bit, but
Yeah,
so you're not quiet behind the plate. Is that what we're getting at here?
nah,
I can hear him from center.
I'll trip the hitters. I'll fool them sometimes. I'll be like, yeah, curveball's coming right now. And I'll throw the nastiest change up they've ever seen. They hate it. But you know what? Now I'm always tripping with the umpire too. And I like that part of it because, I've seen it. I've seen umpires give me some calls that maybe I wouldn't have got if I wasn't so cool with them. And, I'm always tripping with the umpire, the fielders, just making sure that they're in the right spots.
Proudest moment that each of you guys have had on the baseball field?
Ooh. Well, for me, it's probably my first college hit. I was lucky enough. My first college hit was actually a grand slam against Delaware State. So, and yeah, and I remember I had surgery.
Way to set the bar way too high for the rest of your career.
I had surgery before the season. Like I had the COVID year, so I went through all that rehab in the fall. We were playing fall games at UMBC last fall. I couldn't even throw. Like I was playing the outfield and I was catching balls and I was underhanding them in. I wasn't even allowed to throw yet. And the whole winter, I had to hammer everything down from my shoulder, and it was kind of taking a while. So at the beginning of the season, like my coach didn't really know if I was going to be ready. So just having that all in the back of my head and all the work I put in to get back and get my shoulder healthy, to get my first hit, a grand slam, was just a great moment, and having my dad there as well. So that was definitely my number one moment.
Yeah, for me, I would say in high school, my junior and my senior year, we went to back-to-back county finals. We didn't win either of them, but it was really, really fun to go through that whole Passaic County tournament because both years, I believe we were the 9th seed, and we just made our way through the bracket and beat pretty much every team that we had to. Ended up losing my junior year to DePaul and my senior year to Wayne Valley. So those were disappointing losses, both heartbreaking, but just those moments on the field, I feel like I've never been so locked in baseball games than I was in those 2 games. Like I was throwing out everybody. I think that DePaul game, my junior year, I threw out 3 runners at second. Against Valley, I think I threw out 1, but they only had 1 attempt. So
they were smarter. They didn't try after that.
And I was also, playing at a high level. So I feel like those are the top moments in my career, and playing on those stages.
Definitely, yeah. Now, last question for you both: dream location to play where you can spend your next 2 years.
Miami.
Yeah,
Miami. My grandparents are out there, and I just love it. I go out there every year to see them, and every time I go there, it's just a great time. Seeing the palm trees. I'm a big palm tree guy.
Yeah, I agree with him. But at the end of the day, wherever I can go to just develop, get better, and have a group of guys around me that want to win just as much as I do.
100%.
The location would be great. That's like the cherry on top. But, in the midst of it, the meat and potatoes has got to be guys who want to get after it and care about getting better. So
I'll go play in North Dakota if it means I'm getting better.
I'll go play overseas in Japan if it means I'm learning from those guys. They know how to hit. I don't care. You know?
Whatever place gets you to the level that I know you both want to get to is probably the right answer, right?
Yes, sir.
Guys, thank you for taking a few minutes today to chat with us. Stephen Nitch, Christian Maceda, like I said, these are as good as I saw all fall. Coaches, make sure you want to fill your catcher and outfield need for the next couple of years. Go do that. We're talking legit. Let's get you guys to where you need to go, get to the next level, and it's going to be a lot of fun watching.
Thank you. Thank you.